Okay, people. So, yo, we have this new horror, right? It is called Pins and Needles. It is the directorial debut, the feature directorial debut from James Villeneuve, right? He wrote and directed the joint. It is produced by Khalid Sabur and Bill Marks. It is executive produced by Christopher Garu, Jesse D. Ekman, Justin Rabello, and Sally Karam, with line production from Dean Perlmutter. Robert Light is on cinematography, with Millie Tom taking care of all the casting. Right, art direction, we have Brendan Callahan. Amy Sidman was on costume design. Hair and makeup, we have Samantha Wilson, Steph Pringle, Dessa Lacou, Linda Marie Savincino. Okay, dokie. So, who else do we have? Okay, so Cara Wanton, Steve Wilshire, and Nicole Mola. They took care of the stunts. So I appreciate them listing that. We don't always get the stunt people down, you know what I mean? So that is very good. And our cast, right? So Max is played by Chelsea Clark. We have her friend Harold, played by Daniel Gravel. Then there's Keith, played by Damien Romeo. Right? Frank, played by Ryan McDonald. Emily, played by Kate Corbett. There is the Professor, played by Michael Park Ingram. The police officer, played by Leslie Adlam. We got John, played by Michael Bianchi. And Fazil, played by Ali Kazmi. Right, so, yes, that, people, that's our crew. Now, the gist of the piece. What is all of this about? Well, what should have been an uneventful ride back to campus unexpectedly becomes a nightmare as Max, a diabetic biology grad student, is entrapped in a diabolical new age wellness experiment. With her insulin supply dwindling, Max is forced into a deadly game of cat and mouse where she must escape at all costs or risk becoming the next test subject to extend the lives of the rich and privileged. Boy, right? Man, my boy Ted Gregorian really came through with this one, right? Oh, shit. You know what? I was expecting something completely different. I think, you know, like the title Pins and Needles, you're not quite sure with that, right? But in the dialogue that is sent to you, it's like this cat and mouse thriller. So you're like, okay, right. I think, and when we see them on the ride, you think, okay, so I think I get what's gonna happen. And especially, I feel we are, led in a certain direction. We're led in a certain direction of where this could go, which is very interesting. So after that, I loved the fact that then all of a sudden we're somewhere else, right? We're in this new thing, and you're like, oh shit, What are we going to do here? Right? Where are we going? Where is this story going to take us? The whole diabetic angle gives us, like, it gives us the ability to have these moments where the character has to take check of things, right? They can't just willy-nilly, run off or do certain things, right? Because of the whole insulin. So that's a good way of creating limitations, and so we get this sensible thing, you know which is like, there is one moment, right, where Max, like, makes a noise, and I did kind of feel she's done this so many times. How's she making a noise? You know what I mean? But other than that, I thought it was, they handled the whole diabetes situation pretty good. For as much as I know, right? Now, if you have diabetes, you might see if it and be like, oh, yeah, you don't do that, or blah, blah. You know what I mean? But for as much as I know about it, I thought, yeah, they handled that well. The other thing was, it's our key characters, because you have to have this fear with Max, right? She's in this situation of like, what am I gonna do? How do I extricate myself? Right? This is all fuck. And we do get that fear. We do get that sense of overwhelmingness. And also the fact that, how dare you do this shit to me? You know what I mean? So I thought what we get from Chelsea is a fantastic portrayal. She really does a fantastic job with this, as well as Kate and Ryan, because what we have from them is this, it's like, yeah, we ain't really done anything wrong. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? It's that attitude, which is, oh man, like, there's oftentimes we have these moments in films where, like, the bad people, when confronted, are like, yeah, I kind of regret what I've done. Please save me. Do this. I won't do that. We get that. So it is kind of refreshing to have people that don't care. Right? And it's not even because we are super sadistic, right? It's just, look, we need something. We should be able to have it, right? We've worked hard. We're super rich. So we should have what we want. So shut up. Right? That was like, oh, fuck. Right? There's this good little kind of speech towards the end of the film that I thought was... Now, obviously, you don't hear the speech and be like, you know what? But you do hear the speech and go, solid. Right? I respect it. You know what I mean? I don't agree with it, but I respect the energy. So that was really good. We get these kind of, what would you call? Like, well, there's callbacks to certain things, right? Like, when there's something that happens repeatedly, right? With the camera focus in a part of the house. And that is a good kind of, like, we then realize what that is later, which I thought, oh, that's kind of smart, right? That's kind of smart. And I wonder how that's going to play into things. We get, I think there's a couple of those kind of things, right, which work very well. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely a couple kind of things because of the plot, everything. So all of these bits work, right? It's this slow kind of burn situation, which is good, because again, you can rush those things. So yeah, it's nice for it to be paced like this. Yeah, you get a very good sense. That whole exploration of the surroundings from Chelsea, which is because you have this pristine, this like well put together house, and then the juxtaposition of that, and then what the other things that are going on are a really good contrast, and it really then, I think it brings the viewer to the magnitude of what could be going down, right? Just all of them things work. All of those things really work. It's a really good feature directorial debut. James has done a fantastic job here, right? I wasn't like, it's not scary, but it is tense, right? And there are these few moments in the film where you do actually jump, right? Because certain things happen, you're like, fuck, I was not expecting that. Yo, calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, those elements of the film, they do catch you. So, yeah, this really did work. This really did work. I enjoyed the hell out of it, right? I think this is for fans of stuff like, there was a film Hounded, right? We looked at that. Oh man, we looked at that a little while ago, right? That was, I think that was that during the pandemic? Gosh, I can't quite remember when, right? I can tell you, it was 2022. Right? It was 2022, which is interesting because it was actually episode 222, right? It was the feature directorial debut from Tommy Bolding. And yeah, if you liked Hounded, I think you will like this. As I said, if you like Contender 7, you know what I mean? Like those kind of films, right? Those kind of thrillers where, someone has to kind of try and get out of this crazy situation. Yeah, you're going to enjoy the hell out of Pins and Needles because it just works on all of these levels. And we've got this fantastic cast. We have this score that helps build the tension. It's great cinematography, right? Pulling your focus to certain things, away from things. You know what I mean? Just all of this stuff to keep you locked into the action. Yeah, people. Most definitely check out Pins and Needles.